Cái này mới không? Cái này mới không? Một chỗ mình đó.
For all those who don't know me, my name is Mary McKnight. To welcome you all to the 97th commemoration of the Easter Rising. I just want to remind everybody to please turn off their cell phones. And please welcome Jimmy Carton to the stage for the national anthem. Please stand.
Tjäna fina folk att ta för ägaren Windar stor att the ronny kling Förvad väser chanter och kör fasta Ni för Feintir on nothing royal, and not the hymns upon a boil, the ganny girl come wash no sail, the goni screak, fail of a gravula, shall have conny, on the yon. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land, glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Colour party, stand at ease.
At this point, I'd like to call Liam McKee, representative of Sinn Féin Canada, to the stage.
Cordial Fáilte, Maríomh Valera, Gilnar na Gil Bram, so Pleasure Moray, Cuddy and Special Ta, and Vay, McGuinn, and Shaw, Narna Gil, Casa, Muna, Dave, Goga, Dana, and Shaw, and you, Gourmet Yoket. In behalf of the Friends of Sinn Féin, I'd like to welcome you all here today. Wish you all happy Easter, and especially for our special guests here today. And I hope you all enjoy yourselves. Thanks very much.
Reading the proclamation, I'd like to invite Roisin Doherty and Barney Cudley to the stage.
Irishmen and Irish women.
In the name of God and the dead generations from which she receives her ancient tradition of nationhood, Ireland, through us, summons her children to her flag and strikes for her freedom.
Taréis a Farad Agro agus Doliant in a Hagwita Runda Ravloja, Ravratus Public Naharan, agus in a Hagwita Medical Public, Oakley Naharan, agus Arm Card in Naharan. Taréis a Uri Vesap Turview go Final, agus Finance to Bunchesco, Dashcom, and Fall Company. Kashi a Glaguna Fadil Chenerish, August, the Car and the Clan Atha, Doria, Wahi America, August Nakarja Kana Kugu, Atawakis in Europe, August Targakni, La Muni, as North Vein, Kashi, Bulbula, Ilan Dogus, Marfishi.
We declare the right of the people of Ireland to the ownership of Ireland, and to the unfettered control of Irish destinies, to be sovereign and indefeasible. The long usurpation of that right by a foreign people and government has not extinguished the right, nor can it ever be extinguished except by the destruction of the Irish people.
Elaine Blue and Badani, Narpi Public Naharan, a Garth and Susha of his tennis Mashunta. Share over Darviador if we arm the 3 million us. Like Shasab and Garth Booney, Shindoan of the Dargif Arish we arm was poor on sale. Fogramage less shot public Naharan in the start Nellis Black tennis of August Kermage or Nanan Fain, August Anam or Coradia, Cora Yal, Lenasira, August Lena Glass, August Lena Moru, Imas, Nenashua.
The Irish Republic is entitled to, and hereby claims, the allegiance of every Irishman and every woman. The Republic guarantees religious and civil liberty, equal rights, and equal opportunities to all of its citizens, and declares its resolve to pursue the happiness and prosperity of the whole nation, cherishing all the children of the nation equally. Oblivious to the differences carefully fostered by an alien government, which has divided a minority from a majority in the past.
Kudikume Kri again, the Toro Nanorm of his Bunritis Nashunta, Avunu, Avas Kunda, Munchin Naharan, August Galair, August Agdog for Ferrums Manal Elenatera. Yankee Realtis Shadaga, Abuna Chiles, Percy Shavita, August 30 Militana Public, Arira, Trican Public.
We place the cause of the Irish Republic under the protection of the Most High God, whose blessing we invoke upon our arms. And we pray that no one who serves that cause will dishonor it with cowardice, inhumanity, or rapine. In this supreme hour, the Irish nation must, by its valor and discipline, and by the readiness of its children to sacrifice themselves for the common good, prove itself worthy of the august destiny to which it is called.
Arnashino, Tartana with Shaladi.
Thomas J. Clark,
Sean McDermott,
Thomas McDonough,
Corey H. Pierce,
Eamon Kent,
James Connolly.
and Joseph Plunkett.
much, Rasheen. Thank you, Barney.
Color party, attention! By the right, turn! By the left, march!
We're always pleased to welcome Sinn Féin elected representatives to Easter Commemoration here at Larnagale. This year marks the second time that an elected female official is our guest speaker. We're delighted to welcome West Belfast MLA Sue Ramsey to Larnagale on her first visit to Canada. Sue was born in Spring Hill and now lives in Twinbrook, Belfast. She first became involved with Sinn Féin through the party's youth department, and by 1992 she was involved in full-time work in her local area in the party's women's department. Her resume is quite impressive with a wide range of experiences. Sue currently chairs the Health, Social Service, and Public Safety Committee. She's worked in an administrative role on the Good Friday Agreement. She's a member of the Department of Education and Learning Committee, member of the Management Committee of Fela and Fubble. I have to practice that one. Member of the Organizing Committee for the Just Us Theatre Company, which performs plays such as Bin Lids and Just a Prisoner's Wife. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Sue Ramsey, West Belfast MLA.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I always like to spend Easter with family and friends and comrades, so that we can remember and commemorate and talk about people who have lost their lives. And the minute I walked through this door, I knew I was with family and friends and indeed comrades. So thank you for the warm welcome, and well done to the colour party. Coming from Belfast, I would have found it a place if I was in PD or the Felons Club there, so fair play to the young people who have taken the time to do that. So I want to say that it is great to be here, especially as this is my first time to Canada. I hope it's not my last. I hope I don't get deported. I'm using it all, not worried about anybody else. This is the 97th anniversary of the Easter Rising, and we are working towards the 100th anniversary, so there's a lot of work to be done comrades between now and then. And as you all know, the Rising witnessed a coming together of not only nationalists, but Republicans, Irish language activists, trade unions, and indeed the women's movement, who all came together in the cause of an Irish Republic and indeed Irish freedom. And the template that was used for 1916 is the same template of today that we as Republicans use, where we seek to build alliances in the cause of a united Ireland based on equality and social justice. Sinn Féin, and indeed as Republicans, we remain committed to the realisation of the vision of 1916 and the implementation of the principles of the proclamation. As you heard from the proclamation that was read earlier, on that morning of Easter Monday, on the 24th of April 1916, Padraig Pearse read out the proclamation that stated the desire for Irish freedom. And within that proclamation, there is a line that says, supported by her exiled children and by gallant allies in Europe. And today I'd like to pay tribute to all those from this continent that have played such an important role in bringing Irish republicanism to where it is today. I would also like to pay homage to all the men and women from Oakland to Hearn who have died in the cause of Irish freedom. From those gallant men and women who were fearless in their battle against overwhelming odds and whose actions brought the British government to the negotiating table. But also to all those who played, in their own way, a role. Whether that role was small, it didn't matter, because everybody had their part to play. So we need to remember all those who played their role, because if they didn't partake or give that wee bit, then the reality is republicanism could have withered on the vine. So we all owe a great gratitude to all of those, and let us take the time today to reflect and remember them, especially on this Easter Sunday. Comrades, I don't need to tell you this, as I am speaking to the converted, but it is important to remember that today Irish republicanism has never been stronger, but we still need to get stronger. And that means whether in Ireland, or indeed Canada, the USA, Australia, or Europe, we need to build the momentum towards the creation of an Ireland we all desire. In the north, we have 28 MLAs, 5 ministers in the executive, 5 MPs, and an MEP. In the south, we have 14 TDs, 3 senators, and right across Ireland, we have confident councillors articulating the Republican position. That actually sounds great to say that. The amount of elected activists we have in elected office. And only a few weeks ago, the electorate of Mid-Ulster gave Sinn Féin an overwhelming endorsement on our policies when Francie Malloy was elected MP. But however, as you all aware, Sinn Féin isn't interested in winning seats for the sake of it. We seek political office only in order to bring about change in our country and the lives of our people. And I think it's useful just to remind people, because some people, no matter how often we say this, aren't aware of the fact that our elected activists don't take a full wage. We take what's known as an industrial wage, and the rest of the money goes into the party. So to me that proves that we're not in it for self-gain. We're in it because we believe in the cause of Irish republicanism, and we believe that we have a duty to bring change to our people. So Jerry Adams gets the same wage as me. I get the same wage as the person who drives Mark McGuinness. Mark McGuinness gets the same wage as the person who runs my office. And to me, that's about building an Ireland of equals. But as I think sometimes when we get the opportunity, we should just say that time and time again. Because I'm no different than any other activist in this room. Just so happens that I happen to be in elected office, but I'm not there for the money. Comrades, others may be happy with the status quo, and as Republicans we've never been happy with the status quo. But like all revolutions, we cannot afford to stand still. Others would like us to stand still, but we must be at all times in the business of renewing. And that includes renewing our commitment as individuals, as activists, renewing our politics, and renewing the way we do our business. We must return to the basis of the Good Friday Agreement, which was a commitment to non-violence, a need for inclusivity, a respect for difference, and a commitment to reach agreements. Increased engagement and dialogue between Republicans and the wider unionist community is essential. We must strive to understand the fears and apprehensions of unionists in 2013, and you've seen that recently with the depending on what side of Belfast you live, the flag protest or the flag protest in Belfast. So we have a duty to understand, doesn't mean we have to accept, we have a duty to understand their fears and get involved in that dialogue with the wider unionist community. Because a real reconciliation process is essential in order to create trust between communities. On his first day of freedom, Nelson Mandela spoke to the world, and he clearly stated, "I am opposed to white domination, but I'm also opposed to black domination." And that to me sounds like a clear message. And if I can, comrades from the hall today, send solidarity greetings to Nelson as he recovers from his recent illness, and we wish him all the best. So in their words, let me make it clear, Sinn Féin has no intention to impose any type of discrimination upon the unionist community that was visited upon the nationalist community during the majority government years of the Northern State. As I said, the Good Friday Agreement is 15 years old this year, and it is part of a process. We've always said it wasn't a Republican document. We've always said it wasn't a settlement. It's always part of the process. But the Good Friday Agreement provides for a poll in Irish unity. Such a poll provides an opportunity for debate on the future of Ireland. A border poll provides an opportunity to begin building a modern, dynamic new Ireland, in the words of the proclamation and the signatories of the proclamation. And as you are well aware, we have now launched a campaign for a border poll, and it is our intention that it's carried out during the life of the next Assembly. So I'm appealing and calling you all to join us in making it happen. And I know we have the Irish Unity Pledge. Pardon me. We have the Irish Unity Pledge. It is important we build that mass movement to put pressure on the Irish, the British and the American governments who were three of the governments who stood over the Good Friday Agreement to implement the agreement in full. So if you can't play your part in creating that mass movement. The reality is that our United Ireland project threatens no one. It is about, as I said, building a new Ireland based upon the principles of equality, based upon the self-determination of the people on the island of Ireland, regardless of creed, colour or sexual orientation. But it's more, comrades, as you are well aware, about joining the 6 to the 26 and continuing business as usual. Our struggle doesn't end. 100 years ago, the Great Dublin Lockout was happening in an attempt to secure workers' rights. And as I look across Ireland today, I wonder how much has actually changed. Today I still see workers locked out of factories. I see entrepreneurs locked out of their business. I see farmers locked out of their farms. And worse still, I see entire families locked out of their homes by big banks. This is unacceptable. While the bankers reap huge bonuses for gambling the people's money, the working class people are still suffering, and we must address these inequalities. So equality and parity of esteem must be accepted as touchstones for the way forward. In 1916, when Creus read the first words of the proclamation, and he says, "Irish men and Irish women," it was the first time in modern history that women were given equality. Many women fought alongside the men in the Rising, which was another first in modern military history. Today we need to take the lead from Pearse and Connolly and Markovich and Carney and realise that vision of equality. But building the sort of new Ireland I want to see must be about real substance. It must be about delivering a future where young people aren't forced to emigrate, and where we can have access to a first-class education system. It's about allowing people to gain meaningful employment and having free access to a health service that delivers for everyone, regardless of wealth. It's about having a home of your own to raise your family and building caring communities which are free from crime and fear. It's about eradicating the scourge of suicide that blights our nation and building an Ireland that people want to live for. I am an optimist. I always see the glass half full. I am confident in the people that I've met in the course of the last few days. I'm confident in this generation bringing about a new Ireland. I'm also confident in the political system we have built. I'm confident that in the future, new negotiations will be had and new agreements will be reached. More positive change will be delivered, more relationships will be built. Transforming our island is a massive challenge. Rebuilding broken relationships and creating new ones is central to that nation-building task. But as Republicans, it is our duty to reach out and to build, to stretch ourselves and our politics. We can only do that if we are confident in our own vision, in our own belief that a united Ireland offers the best hope for the future and for all the citizens who live on the island. So comrades, let us all bow our heads and remember those who have gone before us and brought us to this point, and pledge our commitment to bring this struggle to the successful conclusion it deserves. And once again, I thank you for all your continued support. Barabua, Chucky Arda.
We appreciate that you've taken time out of your schedule to be with us at this Easter celebration, a tradition in the GTA for many, many years. And you give recognition to those from this continent who have played a role in Irish republicanism. And I think it would be remiss of all of us if we did not recognise and acknowledge some of those in our own community who were the pioneers in organising and being responsible for maintaining this event, the Easter Commemoration, here in the GTA. Pat Rooney, former president of the Emerald Isle Association. With the support of his lovely wife, Betty. Who is too ill to be with us, but to whom we send our love, thoughts, and prayers. We thank you for all your work and for your steadfastness throughout the years. Through thick and thin, in a climate that was not responsive or appreciative of the events in Ireland, you stayed the course and never made any apologies or expressed any regrets for your political views or sympathies. Thank you. So one of the mandates of Sinn Féin is commitment to building an Ireland of equals. It is heartening to see that women are taking a prominent role in the party at all levels of government. You have referenced many firsts. The first words of the proclamation, men and women being given equality. Women fighting in the Rising, a first in modern military history. Countess Markovich, an extraordinary woman of many firsts in her own right. And without diminishing the conviction of countless other women, I would like to pay tribute to Maria Farrell. As Sinn Féin evolves and meets the needs of modern Ireland, we are witnessing many firsts. One I would like to reference is the recent Easter commemoration at Stirling, and I hope you were able to be part of that event. Singing of the Coggy Jew and those a great bastion of unionism, that's fantastic. James Conway said, "The national movement of our day is not merely to reenact the old sad tragedies of our past. It must show itself capable of rising to the exigencies of the moment. It must demonstrate to the people of Ireland that our nationalism is not merely a morbid idealising of the past, but is also capable of formulating a distinct and definite answer to the problems of the present, and a political and economic creed capable of adjustment to the wants of the future." How relevant these words are today. I believe Sinn Féin is living this directive. It has gone from strength to strength, and it is embracing the challenges of an Ireland in economic shambles. It is articulating policies and grasping the complexity of many issues while holding firm to its mission and objectives. It is also in a very unique position. It is the only party that is organised throughout the 32 counties of Ireland. It is also, and that is a momentous task for any political party to endeavour. We offer our support and encouragement and applaud your resilience in the face of age-old continuing adversities. Friends of Sinn Féin Canada is the vehicle through which our support here in Canada can be channeled. Sinn Féin is moving closer to its primary objective, that is, a free Ireland. Major inroads have been made, and it does not seem so daunting a challenge as it may have been a few years ago. We are proud of your efforts, and we wish you well.
We would just like to welcome Sue back to the stage.
And so, as a token of our appreciation for your time spent with us, we would like to give you a small gift. Thank you very much.
Small gift?
It was mentioned earlier about our recent commemoration in Stormont, and just to let us a little secret, I was one of the organisers of it. If there's anything that has to be done and it involves underhand dealings, then I'm there. And it actually turned out that it was old John McAllister, who was the former Ulster Unionist, MLA. John has now left the Ulster Unionists, and to get the what's known as the long gallery in Stormont, you need a nationalist, stroke Republican, or a communist to for. So I was doing an interview in the BBC The View, which John announced that night during the same interview that he was resigning, and I consoled him in the green room and gave him a wee pat on the cheek and says, "You're a good man, and would you sign this form for me?" And he says, "What form?" I says, "I just want to have a wee event in Stormont for 1916. He says, "No bother." So I had to kiss a lot of frogs to get the prince to sign the form. But it's the first and it will not be the last, I can guarantee you.
Okay, so shortly there'll be people coming around with a prize ballot for a 40-ounce bottle of liquor. So I just want to direct your attention to the screen, if you want to get it ready. We'd like to present a short video depicting the history of and representing the important role that women in particular have played throughout the struggle in Ireland.